Hello and welcome to FishEZ on a Thursday night. This is a little different than normal, and it's because it's not a normal week and it's kind of crazy. So I want to talk to you about this particular item right here. This is the RO filter and how I use my system. We're going to actually show how easy it is to change the filters out, because you do have to change the filters out from time to time, and I'm not that good at keeping track of when I need to do it. Hello, Robert Lucas. Thank you for joining. It's great. And Jeff is here. Welcome. So also, you might think, what on earth is this? And this is another thing that's I'm going to talk about just briefly. I have a fan here only because you see the wood shelf there, how brown it is on this side? Well, the reason why this is brown is because it gets a little wet, and I'll explain how the water gets there. So I'm drawing it out. It's practically dry now, so I'm going to take it down, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to put a towel there. I like to put towels down on the wood just to kind of absorb any splashes and things. Hi, Shitty Grady and Carla. Mayor's in the house. Look, did you see this? We made progress. We've got 4 new 5.5 gallons here. The 10 gallons have been removed. So now I need to work on the plumbing. As you can see, I really want to have a good overflow. And so these are going to be taken out. These are siphon tubes from the 10 gallons. And I want to use overflow so I can change the water. So that's a big project coming up. And little by little, we'll probably do some mini videos on that. Hi, Dave's Fish Cave. So that's what's new here in the fish room, and it's not much else going on other than we've got lots of fry. Been using fry here, black rams, regular angels, more angels, and over here, black rams. Looks like black rams and more angels. And more angels here. Now what I did have was some German blues that were there before. Okay, I don't have a lot of time tonight. It's going to be a quick live stream. So what I want to do first is I just want to demonstrate what I'm doing here. I just quickly threw this live stream together. Hopefully I can find the things I need. This is a towel that I'm going to place here. I'm going to take this down. This was just drawing, pretty much drawing my drawing this towel. Now what I do is the purpose behind having this little shelf right here, so I can pay close attention, very close attention to the black rams. And I'm going to put a towel like this and kind of get as flat as possible so that the tubbies will sit on here. And now that's dry, it's stained but dry, and of course any splashes that occur, this will help prevent the wood from going bad because the wood never gets wet. Okay, now what do we have? It goes there. These are my tubbies. They're currently just placed here right now while I was drawing out the wood. These are, let's start from this end. This is the older ones, I think. These are black rams. Let's see if you can't see them. Oh, they're there. They're right there. Black rams. Big batch of German blues, which are not free swimming yet. See them back in the corner there. Those are German blues. We have black rams here from a little older, doing quite fine. And these are black rams. And black rams are here and here. Here's a black ram also. Now you'll notice I got moina in here with them. I'm trying that out. It's the first time I've used the moina Daphnia, and so I just want to have lots of little guys, and there's quite a few in here actually. You look This is half the batch, and this is the other half the batch. These are all black rams. Hopefully we'll get good sized group out of them, but no guarantees. So let me move them over, and then I'm going to show you how I place them. So I'm going to place them there. Let's see. Just place them, the oldest ones here. And then the next ones. Then the Germans, Germans are kind of last. These are the youngest ones. Okay. And the Germans. All right. Now, what I like about these is like they're at a good level that I can watch very closely and focus, and I can feed from right here. And this is what I do. So the first one is number 5, I mean. So what happens is the water comes up because the air stone, which I have sticking in here, throws water up on the lid. And if the lid isn't super tight, it will actually drip down and out. And then it will drip over the side. Because as you know, if you have a tank with strong air bubbles and it hits the lid, and then it will eventually go over to the side of the lid and somehow make it out. So it might go out in that case. I hope I didn't lose you on the sound volume. I don't know. I want to get a new microphone. Like that would be nice, wouldn't it? Something like what Malik has. I think it is. He does have some celebrations going on, Shady Grady, and I think that's Saturday. At any rate, this is what I'm doing here. Just kind of putting, and I have a controller here because the controller up here, which is one of those splitters, isn't very good. It's pretty lousy, in fact. It's lousy because you turn it off and there's still air going. So you can't ever get it completely off or down to a very small amount. Okay? So then some air going in there. It's just fairly dribbling, and then each one of these, as I get further away from the splitter, the hose gets longer. This guy is going. And I need to probably remember to tighten these up a little bit. There's a hole at the top, there's air, but the tightening effect will keep the water in and prevent it from leaking out. That's the problem when they leak out. Okay? So now I've restored this, got this going again. Dry bottom. And there we go. And I also can put breeder boxes right here. And right now I don't have any. I have the space for them, so just need some eggs. And they'll, of course, be coming, I'm sure. This was loose, make sure it's tight so I don't. And the other option is, of course, to keep the water level a little lower. Maybe the next time we have a live stream, I'll demonstrate how I change the water in these, because there might be some techniques that might be useful. And here's my mark. I use this. So after carefully draining out the water down to the third bar to here, I just simply drip it back in, and I use this drip method. So I pour water up to number 3, meaning the third bar. And the third bar is a perfect amount, so I can just walk away. I start dripping, walk away, and when I come back, this is empty and it's full. Not overflowing, full. That's the difference. It's a very important difference. Okay, see if there's any questions. Good to have you all with us tonight. I don't know if there's even any questions. Some people have joined us. Blue Water Aquariums. Wait. Okay. Blue Water Aquarium. Yes, because it's Thursday night. I'm normally busy on Thursday nights, but my schedule's been changed. So I'm going to a convention tomorrow, and we'll be gone for 3 days, and that's why. But I will have a video coming out on Friday night, it will be posted. It's already uploaded. It will be posted on Friday night, so about 6 p.m. I think. I'll just set the timer, so be on the lookout for us tomorrow night. Yeah. And hi, Red Laser, Sandy. Well, okay. Now let's just jump right into the subject at hand. I want to take apart this RO system. It's already been shut down, and I'm going to try to demonstrate. I wish I could maybe I could get a little closer. Yeah, here we go. This is the RO. I use the RO Buddy, cheap one, and it has a carbon block filter and a sediment filter, and then it has the membrane. And then the water that's good goes into this barrel right here. It's a blue barrel with a float, and it fills it up. Right now it's empty. And the bad water comes down and goes into the side of my sink. Right down here, you see that go? Whoa, sorry about that, folks. You see the white tube goes right into the side of my sink, down a drain. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Get you really up close and personal. Okay, so the Buddy system is kind of nice because it's cheap. It doesn't have a lot of structure. I mean, it has these holders for holding the blocks together. It's just a series of filters, plus you got this hose, and the hose is connected using a regular RO water hose connector, and you'll get to see what that looks like right now. So easy. I use my hands to do this. All right. So the first thing to do is to notice that I need to take this apart because I'm going to, let's see, there's a holder against the wall keeping it up. So I'm going to pull it out and pull it towards me. And there we have it. Okay, so looking at this right now, it appears that these end pieces you see have a latch, and what this does is it actually just holds the insert, this white little ring here. That's the insert, and I'll show you. So when I pull it apart like that, it just pulls off. It's just holding the insert out, because the tube will never come out so long as this insert is pulled out. So in order to get the water out, I need to push it in. So the opposite. So I take my fingers and push that tube inward. It's a little tough. Let's see if I can get that. Huh. Maybe it's already in. Okay. So then, yeah, when I pull, I have to pull the. Well, maybe I'm going to need some tools. Usually I just do this with my hand. Maybe some of them get a little harder than this. Here we go. It's coming out. Okay. Yeah, I feel it coming. Okay, so I just pull it straight out. So you'll notice that if you look real close, I don't know if this will focus. See that little ridge right here? It's kind of a tight. It's like a something right inside the tube. It's not inside. It's on the outer side. It's kind of squeezed. The tubing right there is pinched, as it were, and so that's where it grips it. So as you can see from here, what's happening is this is loose. So it goes. You can pull it out, pull it in, and that's how these things work. It's always there, but this thing just goes in, and when you push it all the way in, and we'll do that when we put it back together, you push it all the way in, and then you pull out this grommet, this insert, and then you have to, and that'll lock it in place, but you have to put the blue in there to keep it from ever coming out. Okay, so something I realize now is I don't have my wrenches and stuff. I'm gonna have to get that. Okay, so I took that one off. Please notice it says water flows going that direction, so water's coming in, and we're going to have to do the other end. What I'll do is, in order for me to not get confused, I'm just going to do both ends, replace this cartridge, which does say, by the way, March 2022. So these should be replaced according to the instructions. Depends on how many gallons you actually make. I don't use it a lot. I don't, it's a 50 or 100, I don't know what this one is. It's probably 50 gallons per day, but cred, I only use about 20 gallons a week, you know. So, okay, let's see if I can, you know what, I don't even know if I need to take that one out. And the reason I say that is because I should be able to twist it in place. Let's see if I can. So this thing has a, right here, I'm going to try turning it. Yeah, I can. See, I'm just going to turn the whole thing. There we go. And it's just undoing. That way I'm going to have to screw it back into the new cartridge, so I may as well not mess with it too much. Alright, so it's just a screw, and it's got white tape on it to keep it from leaking. Okay, there it is. See, it's a screw threaded, and then this might have a little water out. Let me pull this out. Whoa, water's coming out the bottom because it's open. Okay, so this end is straight, and then this end still has the white thing. I have to screw that off, don't I? Okay. So I dump that into the sink. Do it over the sink is better, huh? I need my wrench to screw that. Screw my fingers. I don't know if I can. Yes. Go get my wrench. Alright, I'll be back in 2 seconds. You just go right ahead and ask your questions, because Jeff is here. He can handle most everything. So yeah, okay, I'll be right back. I need to get my let's see, where's the new one? I'm going to get the new one out of the package. This is the way it comes. You buy them like this. This is the sediment cartridge, and you buy a carbon block there, and it just comes off like that. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to get my wrench. Okay. This is what I took out. It's also in plastic, so I'm going to need to, it's the red one, take the plastic off. These ends here, it's all covered in plastic. You can see a wrap, shrink wrap. And then on top of the shrink wrap, I think it's to prevent, I'm taking off the plastic now. Okay, then you'll notice that on the ends they're capped, but that's nothing difficult. You just take your finger and you just remove it. There it is. Boom. It just that little cap is just I think to prevent anything from getting in there. I don't know why they need that if they're going to shrink wrap it, but both ends have it. So I take both of them off, and now this is ready to go. Now, do I remember which direction it was? It said water flow. So I think it was this way, as I recall. That's the way we did it. So I want to do 1 for 1. Let's see if I can just take this in like I did before, and screw it in without having to remove the, maybe I won't have to remove the, there we go. Now I'm going to, okay, I gotta get my wrench, no matter what. Be back in 30 seconds or less, probably less. that was quick. Now, so I got a wrench here, but it's probably not, it's probably not the right. My wrenches all get pretty rusty in the fish room. Okay, yeah, it's just a wrench is only to give me some leverage. My fingers are not that strong anymore. Okay, so I take out of, here it is, I took it out of the end. This is what's going to go into the end here. So we'll take this one. And you can see I'm just screwing that back in. Now what I do is do it finger tight. Okay, and then I just usually give it a, take the wrench and turn it about just half a turn more. Not more than that, I don't want to over tighten it. Yeah. So with the wrench, get it kind of good in there good, and that's it. I think that's all we need. So then I just go to put that back, and the first cartridge is done. Almost. Here's the piece here, remember? So it goes straight in, and you see the loose grommet, or shall we say insert? There it is. So you push until you feel it hit all the way in. It's like it goes in like a 1/4 inch, and you hear a solid click when it goes all the way down. And you feel that solid click very easily. So when you take the blue, Mr. Z was actually at the door. He probably wants to get into the action, I know. And okay, that didn't go on there. Just on the outside. I got to pull it out and get the little blue thing to there. So you can see the blue thing is in there. You can see it's a perfect fit because you know it is pushing, holding the insert out, and that means it's locked in place. Okay. Only dribbled a little bit of water so far. Next, I won't bore you with the details. We're going to replace the other one exactly the same. So let's skip ahead. And I want to show you the actual membrane. So that was the sediment filter, I think, and so this is where the membrane is kept. It's inside there. So let's take a look here. I'm going to have to remove this piece and disconnect it, and then this is going to have to screw off. It's like a cap, and the membrane goes inside. Now what does the membrane look like? I have the new one right here. This is what it looks like. You can see it's like a roll of fine, and it just fits right inside. Hi, Benjamin Peters. Thanks for joining. It's just a quickie tonight. We're just kind of showing what I was doing. I needed to get this up and running. Very important in my fish room to have some RO water, and it's surprisingly because I use it for a number of simplistic things. I use it in some tanks. I use it in some tanks to bring down the TDS when I need to, and I also use it to make sure I have eggs that hatch because the TDS is too high. The angel eggs, everything, I just put the eggs in them. So there it is. That's what it looks like. And then there's this rubber thing that is actually a seal between the sides of the membrane. So each side has got, you know, good water on one side and bad water on the other side. Okay, let's take a look at the membrane now. You need this. It comes with this wrench, special wrench, just to get that thing off. And I'm going to pull off this. You can see me. I'm going to pull this in there. Somebody's jumping around upstairs. Sounds like that's Mr. Z. Okay. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it's going to... Yeah, push in. I was able to push it in. Let me see if I can get the tube out. Yep, there it is. Pull the tube out. Straight out. No screwing. It's push and lock. Okay, so let's see. I think will I need to take this off? Maybe not. Let's take this and use the wrench that's with it. Okay, looks like it might be tough. I don't know. Is that why I couldn't get it off last time? That's why it's there. It seems like it was sitting there on the thing. Okay. Okay. Position it now. Let's see if you can watch. I don't know what you're going to see, but I'm going to try to unscrew this. Oh boy. Not easy, huh? That's not easy. Okay. Let me see if I can get a better grip. That's going to take a good grip. You can pop this out for now. Out of the holder. Okay. Now I've got just this thing. Oh boy. Gosh. Let me try taking this. Hold it here. I don't know if you can be able to see what's going on. I don't know if that shows anything, but I can't see the camera. Yeah, this is the correct way. Okay, try to. Oh wow! Wow! Oh, I can hurt myself doing that. What on earth? Anybody have any suggestions? This piece on top has to come off? I don't think so, but I could remove it. Just see if that's a factor. I don't know. Okay. Huh. Water. No. That probably didn't do anything. But let's see if. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's just a matter of getting a good grip. I don't know if you can see anything, but hopefully you can. Hopefully it's in focus. So the lid comes off. There's an O-ring here. That's important. We put the O-ring back where it belongs. And then pull out the old filter because it's been a year. And these probably should be replaced every year. The other ones, I think the instructions say so many gallons or every 4 months or so. I think 6 months is good. I bought an extra set of the carbon block and sediment, so I'll replace that. I'm going to put it on my calendar so I can remember to do it. Okay, so there it is. Now how do I get it out? Let's try this. No, it's not going to work. Oh, it's all about getting a good wedge. Not a wedge, getting a good grip. Okay, so that's it. That's what it looks like. And I remember the white tape is very important. But I didn't see any white tape on the other one. Now, why is that? I didn't get any white tape with this one, did I? Oh, yeah, it's on there. Yeah, there it is. The white tape on the new one. Okay, so this is the old one. It looks like it's up high. I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue or not. I don't think so. I don't see how that matters. Now, this is the tricky part. What's important is that this thing go down and lock into place. But see how it sticks up above like this? No. That is the thing you have to be very careful about. It's got to go all the way in. Now, right now, it doesn't want to go in. So you got to kind of turn it so that it will go down in. There we go. Push it down. Now it's flat. See? Now I know it's sitting properly at the other end and all the way in. So let's put the cap back on. Making sure we have the O-ring in there. Okay. There we go. Probably want to give it some a little quarter turn. Seems like it needs to be on tight, huh? A lot of pressure builds up, force the water through the membrane. Last thing I want to do is have it get it all in place, and then the thing cause an issue, dripping or something. It's kind of wet, so I'm not going to be able to get a grip without a towel. Okay. Alright, well, I think it's as good as it gets. Okay, so I don't lose the wrench. I'm going to leave it on and put the blue hose back on. Okay, and just a quarter turn more. Not much. That's it. Okay. Now I'm ready to put the other connection. Let's see. Hopefully you've been watching that. Whoa. Sorry. We had a disaster. Wasn't being careful enough. Sorry about that. Rotate device. Here we go. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Checking first if there's any questions. Anybody? Yes, prevent contamination. I was taught to put the blue clip in first before you put the hose in. You must have the dickens of a time getting it in, no? No, you put the hose in, then you put the clip on. The clip is like the lock. Yeah. Okay, looks like I'm just going through the comments. Everybody's... Wow. You at the auction. Hey, Jeff, did you see Tom at the auction? I know you said I'll be looking for you. Okay. Michael, what TDS do you start with and how long do your filters typically last? A TDS here is about 180 out of the tap, and I can get it down to about 20 to 10 to 20 after I replace this. And then it will start creeping up, and that's how you know it's time to change the filter, obviously. It's a great, easy way to know. You test the TDS as it comes out. Let's see if I can get this thing working again. Okay. Hopefully I won't knock the camera again. Sorry about that, folks. So then this would be the blue one. We're going to take it out. And in this case, I'm just going to unscrew the whole thing while I can, like this. Just turn the whole thing. This is much easier than taking the clip out. Oh, camera. Oh man, look at that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mayor. Meyer is one of our local friends here in Brampton. It's Greater New Toronto, in case you're coming in from abroad. I'm going to now replace this piece. This is the one that was connecting this end to the actual filter. So same thing, take the blue clip off first, then push this down, and then I can pull the blue out. Now, why is it always giving me a... Wish they had a tool to hold in the pin. It'd be nice. Maybe there is a tool, I just haven't thought about it much. That would work good for this. Okay. That did the trick. And stupid me, I don't even know why I removed it, because now I still have to take this piece off, and now I could have just left it on. Okay, not so bright today. Must be because it's late. I'm going to put it back on, show you what I mean. Now, I just put it back on. I had a tough time getting this off, now I can't put it on. Because this piece here has to come off. Because this piece here is going to be... Oh my goodness. This is not working out. Okay, folks. What is going on? Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to move the camera. It's just too dangerous. I could drop my camera into a bucket of water, right? That wouldn't be so great. So let me try working like this, and I'll just see if I can bring it to you. So this is what I'm saying. What I could do is, instead of pulling that off, and I was going to put it in the other filter, but I can't do that because the other filter needs this piece here. Yeah. So just unscrew this. This is the carbon filter. Okay, done. Put the new one. The new one's wrapped in plastic. So I don't know if you can see. I hope this is a better shot of what I'm doing. Of course, with experience, probably we'll do this again in a year. For any of the folks who would like to know, to join later. And if that's the case, then, well, I'll know better. I'll know how to stage the camera next time. Take the cap off. There we go. Water flow. I wasn't watching the water flow. I think it goes this way. Carbon. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, so looking at the other one, I know what the water flow is correct on the other one. It's going out of the, it first goes into the filter, the red one. It first goes into the sediment, and then it goes through the carbon. So the output of the sediment has to be the input to the carbon, and then the output that then goes into the top of this. So this is the correct way. It's the only way it could happen. So here it is. Goes in like that. Tape here. That is not functional. Okay. Scissors right there. That's where we cut with the scissors. There we go. Okay. I just want to get this out of the way. Let's see the tape that's hanging on. And then we'll do this. You can see that. It's not out of, probably the back of my head is all in focus. And what we're trying to do is not. That's my guess. Okay. Put that on. We're just following the flow. The flow comes in from the tap, goes through the sediment and then through the block, and the arrows tell you which direction. Okay. Tight turn. This is also now, we're just on this thing. This is just holders. The holders attached to the main body. So we have lock here, no lock here. Between the two, something just fell on the floor, and I wonder if something else fell on the floor. Something else. I'm working in too tight of a place, eh? Okay. Alright. Now everything's in place. There we go. And the output is that blue piece. And that must be what went on the floor. Because I don't see it now. Piece, remember the piece that was on the end? Yeah, I need the little piece here. It goes from here to here. Okay, let me dig on the floor. Where's the phone? I can see it. Oh, I can see it. But so there it is. Piece is going to go from here to here, but I see it needs to be turned. This needs to be turned just to make sure it's lined up. So now I can screw this one in. Okay. Screw that. And then I'm just going to, after I screw this one in, I'll be done. Turn here. A FishEZ turn, by the way. And quite loose still. No grip. What are you doing anyway? So we're just gonna okay. Okay. this piece is the tube. Now I'm going to just, now watch this shady gravy. You put it in first because you can push it in and make it nice and loose. Goes in, but you got to push it until you feel the lock. It's not a lock, it's actually you feel it push in and hit something and solid, and that's the end of the piece. And now I pull out the grommet, or what you want to call it, the insert, and then lock it in place or make it so it holds out. And I'm done. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing how to replace the filters. But there's one more little gadget. Okay, here it is, right there. Been sitting here for a couple weeks. This device. Now, I really admonish you get one of these. Give you a close-up. This device looks like a couple people we've lost. I would be bored too. This is for people who really... Okay, so this device, what it does is, it is a shut-off valve. So when you run a RO filter, the good water goes into the filter and then out goes two outputs. One is a bad water and one is a filtered water. So you get the two out. But when the filtered water gets full and you shut it off with that little float valve we were looking at earlier in the barrel, and in case you weren't here with us, I'll just point it out. You're pouring the good water or the filtered water into a barrel or some container, and you want to shut it off. You see that float? When it shuts off, it's going to stop the water from coming out of the filter. But with the water pressure on, the bad water, or shall we say tap water, keeps running. It just goes through the system and doesn't really go through the filter because it's got this float stopping it. And then the water keeps running and running and running and running. So you don't want that. You want to save water. So that's what this device does. This device, when the good water goes through, now the good water will go, there's an in and an out. Let's see if I can find it. There it is, in and out. So the good water, as it comes out of your device, okay, so it's going to, after it's been filtered, it's going to go in here and then go out to the barrel. But not this one. It's going to be this one. This one, there's like a valve in there that will shut the bad water or tap water. It's going to come in here as it comes out of the device and go out to the drain. So when this stops, it shuts off this as well. So both are stopped. So this little device is very handy. Wasn't very expensive, and it's very handy dandy. So I'm just going to add this to the pipes or the wires out there, and I'm done. And that's how it works. So it's nothing more than connecting the tubes the same way. Here's a good look at what these things do. As you can see, they hold this insert up, but when it goes down, it enables you to pull out the tube. And you can put in the tube and then pull it out. It sort of grabs the RO tube, and then you lock it into place by just putting this little clip. And that's it. Simple as pie. And that's tonight's demonstration. It was just a short live stream. I was sitting here kind of looking at, just sitting here tonight kind of figuring out what I was going to show everybody. People were thinking, hey, are you okay? I haven't been able, but I've been so busy moving fish, and all these up there got moved out this week, and then just had no time for the computer. So thank you very much for your patience. We'll get back on track and be more regular, I think, on the future. So any good news? why not? Well, as a concluding note, why don't we check to see if we have any eggs, because there was a trapping of the red lizards last night. So there was a trapping, but I don't know if it was successful. It's only successful if Dad had some eggs, right? So we'll see. I haven't removed the female, and we're going to just check that out. So that's over in. It's an amazing actually tank, because we've got Dad over here in the trap, and we've got I think from the last batch we only have left 6. A lot of them died, but these are growing very fast. They're doing very well. And it was a small batch, and the reason it was a small batch is because, honestly, it was super small because the female that was in there at the time was very young. She didn't even look like she was mature enough, but I put her in there to see, and sure enough, she did trap with him. Now, to see, I don't think we're going to be able to see into the tube unless I give it a quick turn and use my flashlight. So we'll try not to bother him too much. He's very good. If you were on the members only video, you saw that when we took out these babies, that there was pretty easy, because Dad seems to sit there. I'll put my flashlight here so you can see in maybe. Let's see if I can put it at an angle over here. I'm just gonna turn. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's kind of a dirty. Looks like a dirty glass, but I thought I cleaned it. Oh, that was a tank above. Okay, let's take a quick look. Can you see anything? My flashlight's no good. Doggone. Wait a minute. Hold on. Get my hand out. My hand's all wet. Let me see what happens if I do this. Here we go. You see any eggs? Oh, I think I see eggs. Oh yeah, big clutch. There they are. See them? I think you can see them now. That's a big clutch. Okay, so that was Monday. So confirmed. Flashlight didn't do any good. Flashlight didn't do any good. He seems, I shouldn't even have to move it back, really. I'll just leave it like that. He's a great dad. He's raised so many fry so far. He's hatched out. He keeps just hatching them out. We had a little bit of a disaster earlier this week also. I think it was the day after the trapping. Up here, I had put some red lizards in this tank, and there was a disaster. You know what happened? I looked in the tank and there were eggs everywhere, and apparently there was more males in here than I thought there were. So they were fighting. So I got some open-ended caves like the other one likes, and they're going in and out of the caves. But there's a red lizard sitting on top of that cave. And they're doing pretty good. So I took the eggs and I put them here. And as you can see, all the eggs just fungused right away. Boom. Just a fungus mess. So it's kind of important to have the dad be a good dad and to take care of them for 2 weeks. And he keeps them clean and keeps them mouthed. And let's see over here. This set here, I think there's only one male, hopefully. This is the problem. There were 3 males in here, and they were fighting, so I took 2 out. I think I just moved them over to the next tank and didn't realize that there were females in there ready to go, and it wasn't a good idea because apparently there was already a male. So I don't know. It was just a miscount. But anyway, a couple females, 1 male is really good. But the real key, and this is only for you guys who stayed to the end, I'm just going to tell you. Uh, I'm going to tell you really what happened, how to really get the production up. And what you do is you separate them. And so, for example, there is the female. I think there's an extra female here ready to go. And I don't have a place for her, but I'm just kind of watching her. She's hiding in this. She's in a breeder box because I don't have a tank, but you see her tail. So what you do is you separate the females and the males. And you separate them for a while. Maybe, well, you only need one female, right? So what I've been doing is separating them. And the male is got his little territory, his tank. And I take one plump female and I plop her in. No, I take two. Excuse me, I misspoke. You take two females and you plop them into the tank at the same time. One of those will be ready. Whichever one's ready goes straight into the cave, traps, and lays eggs. The moment you see them trapping, you take a net and remove the one that's not in the cave with the male. That way you know that that one hasn't trapped. And the nice thing is that you are also preserving her for the next time. So she was too slow. So then you take the female out, and what I do is wait a couple days, make sure they're all done, completely done, and then I will take the female that did breed with the male and take her out so she doesn't interfere with the baby rate or the eggs. And dad just gets left in there for 12 days. So we're going to pull out dad 12 days from last Monday. That's when the day I'm going to pull him out. I'll put the date on the tank and just wait. Seems like it's a long time, and sometimes I might even forget and have babies all over the place. But I try to remember. Pull him out, put him in, and in the members only, there's a video of how I do it so that you don't disturb the dad. It's an open-ended cave on both ends, so we just carefully lift him up straight and put him into a breeder box without lifting him out of the water, without doing that. So that's what we did, and after the babies hatch, a couple days later, the other female then goes into the tank, and she will be ready, and so will he. He's going to ready to mate again. It's been a couple weeks. So that's how I keep them geared up and ready to go. They're just like assembly line. And I've been doing this assembly line for the last year. And it seems like one after another, we've just had batch after batch. So we've been doing very well with the red lizards. And now I've got males in 1 tank, 2 tank, 3 tank, 4 tank, 5. So I have 5 tanks now, each one with a male and a couple females. So it's possible that I could be overrun with red lizards if I could get more than one going. And that's the goal. So anyway, it was great to be with you these few minutes. It's been actually now exactly 1 hour. And so thank you for joining. I'm going to sign out because I have a lot to do, and I hope to have an opportunity to do live streaming next week at the regularly scheduled time, maybe on Friday night, hopefully. And I'm looking forward to it. There'll be always something going on and something extra to show, and hopefully I'll have that moment to post maybe some videos. There is a members video finished, and it just needs to be actually it's not finished, it's filmed. It just needs to be posted. And so throughout the week you might see little things like that. I'll try to post on Tuesdays and live stream on Friday, and if I have another extra, I might be on a Sunday night where I post another video. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for joining us at FishEZ. And the best way to promote the channel is to share a link to the FishEZ video or something you think it might be of interest to somebody. Share it with somebody who's not a member or not a, shall we say, a subscriber. And that's the best way to, do a shout out. And very helpful. So thanks so much for everything. And thank you again, Mayor, for the super chat. And everybody is I'm sure ready to go to good night. one more day of the week, and thanks again. So have a great fish weekend, as I won't see you tomorrow. But as always, no matter what you do in your fish room, keep it real.